Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name's Linnea. If you're new to my channel, welcome. I hope you'll subscribe and stick around for a while. I upload videos every Tuesday and Thursday. If you're coming back to my channel, welcome back. I hope you enjoy the video. So I decided to do a video today. YouTube made me buy it. I picked up the Pur Cosmetics Visionary Palette based on quite a few YouTubers that I watch talking about it. It's been in several of their monthly favorites. It's been definitely in their weekly favorites. And I feel like Pur Cosmetics at Ulta is an unsung hero. People don't really talk about it all that much. I returned something at Ulta. I had no intention of picking this up, and they didn't have the Morphe blush that I was returning. They didn't have another one, and so I picked this palette up instead. I wanted to put it to the test, and I wanted you guys to see my first impression. So if you'd like to see what I think about this palette, how I think it applied on my first impression, just keep watching. I have on my Natasha Denona Foundation X foundation. I have on my Urban Decay concealer with some Charlotte Tilbury setting powder. I have my eyebrows done in my chocolate dip brow. Same stuff that I've been using. Still using that Tatcha Silk Canvas primer. I'm loving that primer. I have on my Natasha Denona Diamond and Blush palette on my cheeks, and I have on my Anastasia Rosewood bronzer, and nothing on my lips yet. So let's get into this look. Here is the palette, and here are the eyeshadows. I have absolutely no idea where we're going with it yet. I have not swatched a single one of them, as you can possibly see. It's a really nice palette, and I'm gonna jump into it. Let's start with Idealist. It's the lightest color in the shade in the palette. I have absolutely no idea. I've swatched this a couple of times at Ulta, but never picked it up. So let's go for it. Idealist it is. Very powdery. It's the first time I stuck a brush in it. I don't know if you can see that, but there's a ton of kick up powder-wise. Filled up my brush. Let's pat off a little bit because it is so powdery, and then we're just gonna put this really high in the crease. So I am getting ready today and gonna edit some videos for you guys. And there is so much stuff going on in my life right now that is exciting. I unfortunately, my husband has decided to change jobs, and he is very, very happy, and I'm happy for him, because when your spouse is happy, it makes your life easier. So I am staying in Chicago for longer than I thought I would be. Was hoping to move to Texas sometime this year, and that's not going to happen. So I'm wrapping my mind around that, and Illinois will always be home. So it is what it is. I love my home. I love the things we've done to our house. So we're going to do some more things to our house, and I'm going to be working on improving me. So that's exciting, and you know, my husband's really happy, and he works very hard, and he has worked very hard, and so I'm happy that he's happy. And he does everything he can for me, so I can't complain. Okay, stuck between Tycoon and Role Model. Do I want it to be, you know, I have this rosy top on today, so, well, it's actually an all-in-one kind of thing, but I don't know if I'm going to keep this on to go out, but I always do a rose look, so it's fine. I think that I'm going to go with Tycoon. It's this color right over here. Wondering if I should go to Role Model first, and then, you know what, let's do a little bit of Role Model, this color right here, and then we'll go to Tycoon. So I'm happy, like I said, I'm happy for my husband, and things have been just, at my work, going crazy with all the new things that we're doing in our office. It's so exciting to see all the new things and to be part of all the new things going on, so that's really cool. I am absolutely loving that. So, you know, while I desperately want to move to Texas to be closer to my grandkids, the things we have going on here are exciting as well. There's going to be some big changes coming, so you just keep watching and you'll see all those changes. But I am just blending this a little bit lower. I have been so hung up on the Natasha Denona Tropic palette that I have had this palette sitting in my drawer where I have all of my palettes, and I haven't touched it. So I thought it would be a perfect opportunity to try this with you guys right for the first time on my channel. Okay, going on to this color now in Tycoon. I'm gonna pop that with a smaller brush right out here. So we have a motorcycle, and we enjoy the motorcycle a ton, and my husband we've decided to chrome out a lot of stuff on our bike just to make it look unique, special, and so we've been doing a ton of that work. Well, he put a ton of chrome stuff on himself yesterday. We did major work on the bike during the winter, but now he's doing things that he can do himself, and it's pretty much like swapping out covers on things so they're chrome instead of black, and just continuing the process that we started on. And he did some of that chrome work yesterday, and now all of a sudden there's a problem with our ABS brakes. So he is at the Harley dealership and they're checking out the system. They just think that there was some wire that was crimped, so they're checking it out, and hopefully he'll be able to be out on his bike. It's always better for him. On Saturday mornings he gets up early and he'll go do a run and then get home early enough where we can do something in the evening or just kind of hang out together in the evening, and I can do my videos, and I usually go get my nails done, which I need to do today, and then we meet up in the evening and either do dinner somewhere or go to a movie or just hang out together. And then Sunday we usually spend the day together, and tomorrow is Father's Day, so I don't know what he wants to do for Father's Day. Maybe him and my daughter will go on a ride in the morning or something just to spend some time together. But okay, I'm gonna blow out some. There we go. I think that's a little bit better. I'm gonna go to my lid shade and then see where we're gonna go from there. Okay, so Dreamer right here, Girl Boss, and Pioneer. And I'm leaning towards, there's those three colors. I'm gonna do Girl Boss, this one right here. Using my Makeup Geek brush, packing it on. And let's hope we don't get a ton of fallout. So I'm gonna go in with my finger now. Set down more of the eyeshadow. Now that looks pretty. It's pretty. I'm gonna go underneath my eyes and I'm gonna mirror what we just did. So I'm gonna start with Idealist, this light color. And just a really tiny brush. I'm gonna lay that down under my eye. With a smaller brush, it's more pointed. I'm gonna go in with the darker color, Role Model, right here. Okay. I think I'm going to take a little bit of Rebel, and I'm going to just put a little bit of that in my outer crease and just a tiny bit under the outside part of my eye. So I'm going to use this tiny brush again, clean it off, take a little bit of Rebel just to deepen this up out here. This palette is building nicely on itself. Like, the colors don't go on as intense as they look in the palette, but they do build on themselves. So you can layer them and get the color eventually to build up. I'm used to Natasha Denona, where you go in with it and that's the color you're gonna get. You can blend it out and they look beautiful right out the gate. Which isn't a knock on this palette, it's just, if you were newer into makeup and you were concerned about going too dark too fast, this would be a good palette to have. But if you're used to doing darker colors right out the gate, then this might be, I don't know, more work. I am going to blend that edge out a little bit, and then the one thing that this palette does not have is a brow bone highlight. I do not like a shimmery brow bone. I just don't think it looks right. I'm going to use a little bit of that color. I'm going to use this really tiny brush and take a little bit of that dark Rebel color and go right here. That's my husband with the update on the bike. Good news, the bike is okay. He's got to stop changing all the stuff out. Some wire was crimped or something. Anyway, there's not a brow bone color. I don't like to use shiny, sparkly stuff as a brow bone highlight. So what I'm going to do is use my Too Faced Just Peachy Mattes, and I'm going to go in with this white down here. I'm going to, it's called Peach Meringue. So when you don't have a brow bone highlight, it kind of bugs me, just because if I were to go out of town for a weekend, I would have to bring two palettes. I'd have to bring like this Just Peachy Mattes and that. I am happy with the way that this look turned out. It's just hard when you're comparing eyeshadow palettes to different palettes that you know you can use and they're a dream. I like the way that this look turned out, so I'm gonna stop here, put on my mascara, same old thing, Sephora Lash Craft, and then I'll come back in. We'll do our finishing thoughts on this palette. Okay, so this is the completed look. I am really happy with the way that the look turned out. I'm surprised by this palette. When I started applying these eyeshadows, I wasn't sure how much I was gonna like it, and I was actually very impressed. It's a nice size, it's not that big. Let me give you a size comparison. Here's my Natasha Denona Diamond and Blush palette, and this is the Pur Visionary Palette. It's about that size. So it's smaller than this, definitely much thinner. So nice for travel. Only downfall, as I said in the video, is there's no brow bone color. I'm gonna go through each color and swatch them for you. We're just gonna go down the rows. I'm gonna start with Leader, Optimist, and Tycoon, and that's all of these colors right here. The shimmer colors have a ton of dimethicone, and they're very pigmented here. I just felt like when I put them on my eyes, I didn't see, you had to build it a little bit. Not that they were bad at all, but I just had to build them. There's those three first colors. Would be helpful if I had something to wipe my hand on. I'm gonna go into CEO, Rebel, and Dreamer, these three colors. 1, 2, 3. And the reason that I say they have a ton of dimethicone, they're very buttery when you touch them. Here we go. 1. It's hard to do this. Harder than you think to do this. 2, 3. That one's a little bit patchy. Let's see if I can go over it another time. That's a little bit better. There's those three colors. Then I'm going to go into Girl Boss, Icon, and Idealist, this row. Girl Boss is what I have on my eyes. Here we go. There's those three colors, and swatch them here. 1, 2, 3. Very pretty. And then the last row. Innovator, Role Model, and Pioneer, this row down here. There's those three colors, and we'll swatch them right here. 1, 2, 3. There's that entire palette. A lot of color payoff. It swatches beautifully, and it does build beautifully on the eyes. The palette's $32. So I think that's a very reasonable nowadays for an eyeshadow palette. $32 is not unaffordable at all. Beautiful colors if you're into the mauve. Okay, so I showed you all the swatches. What do I think? Do I love it? Do I hate it? I am shocked. I love this. I know as I was going through the video, I was kind of like, not sure, not sure. It built beautifully. It gave me a very pretty look. I'm really shocked, and I'm telling you, big thumbs up from me. Really excited that I picked this up, and listen to my YouTube people out there that were saying this was such a great palette. Check this out. Ulta carries this. It's in store, nice and compact. I love it. To me, totally worth it. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please give me a big thumbs up, subscribe down below, and until next time, have a great rest of your week. Bye-bye.